Hi FlashTube, it's Diane. The other day, or last week, I did a stash video, and so I thought I would go through my Mirabilia patterns. These are the patterns by Nora Corbett under the Mirabilia name. I have a master list, and I wanted to put them in order. I am not going to show those that are whips or are kitted. And I know that there's at least one. I'm not quite sure where she is. I think she's kitted, just waiting to be started. So let's, the list I'm working from is from a group in Facebook called Mira Mira on the Wall. I'll link it below. You have to be part of the group in order to have access to the list. So, shall we begin? Nora had a set of patterns called Little Stitches, and this is number 1. This is Newborn Joy. And I know she has a son named Jack, so I think that she made this when her son was born. So I have number 1. There's 6 total. I have 3 of them. This one is Crescent Dreams. This one's out of print. And I actually made this into a burr sampler for one of my sons. So I stitched his name up here and other information around. And that one is out of print. And this one is Rosebud Lullaby. And this one is also out of print. The other 3 are Bedtime Friends, On Grandmother's Quilt, an out-of-print pattern, and Moonlit Lullaby. So, the first Mira pattern officially released under the Mirabilia name was Damask Roses. I have that started in another place. To be honest, I think I'm going to start her over on a different piece of fabric. My goals for that particular pattern have changed, so I think I'm going to restart her. I don't have much done on her, and I think it would be easier to restart her. Fairy Moon I do not have. Rose of Sharon, this one is an out of print pattern, and no, I am not selling any of my Mirabilia patterns, so please do not ask. If I would ever sell them, I would let you guys know first, because I'd like them to go to people who'd appreciate them, but I am not doing that at this point in time. So Rose of Sharon, Garden Verses. I actually purchased Damask Roses when it first came out. I've been collecting these for 30 years now, so just breathe. And I think this was the second one I purchased. Christmas Elegance is the first Mira I actually finished stitching. And I gifted it to my parents, so I don't have it anymore to show you. But yeah, let's just say there's a lot of DMC 500 in that gown. And I know there was one of the gold beads and one of the green beads. I had to get multiple packages. But it is a stunning piece, and my parents still proudly display it. This piece, Mother's Arms. Yes, it is the same picture as this one. I had this piece, I had started stitching it, and we had water in our basement, and my project got damaged and I had to throw it away. This was my unicorn pattern for a while, and I was able to win it actually in a giveaway for an out of print pattern. So that's what this one is. It's all pretty, it's all brand new, ready to go. So when I'm ready, it's there for me. But again, that one is out of print, called Mother's Arms. This one, Winter Queen, she's also out of print. Whoa, there you go. She is also out of print. English Roses do not have. Santa's Magic do not have. The Baby Boat I don't have. Stone Roses I don't have. Blooming Bride I don't have. Deco Spirits, Fairy Tales, Fairy Idol. But I do have Summer Queen. Summer Queen, as of April 2021, is not out of print. And this one is Mermaid of the Pearls. This is an out of print pattern. I've seen this stitched up in real life. And all these little beads here, they replaced with some larger actual bits of pearl and stuff. Oh, it was amazing. It gave it such depth. This one, Snow Days, is out of print. Midsummer Night's Fairy. I showed that on my stash video. Giggles in the Snow. Okay, I've got 5 pages on the list, so doing this one-handed. I gotta invest in a tripod. A Spring Queen. Touching the Autumn Sky is an out-of-print pattern. I gifted that to a friend who was stitching it. And Spring Queen is also an out-of-print pattern. I have that one started, so it'll show up eventually in WIPs. Waiting for Ships, out of print. The biggest difficulty in this pattern for me is figuring out what color fabric to stitch her on. I don't like what the model stitched on, but I can't figure out what else to stitch her on. So that's the biggest challenge on that particular pattern for me. This one is Titania, Queen of the Fairies. Villa Mirabilia. I absolutely love that dress. I would not do the background. I would just do her in the dress. And when I bought it, Mirabilias were $10. This one is Adia, the Garden Fairy. She's out of print. I've seen this one in real life. Beautiful. Deepest Love. This one is also out of print. Enchanted Dreamer, no. Garden Muse, no. Autumn Queen. I do not have the pattern anymore because she's finished. And here she is. She stitched on 32 count Jobelan. And the color is Twilight Blue. And I used all the colorful threads, beads, etc. She's absolutely beautiful. I do have a frame for her. I just got to get my act together and get her up on my wall. I will say something to be aware of is these are free floating and you really need to double secure them. So I went up and back through with the thread. Same with this guy here. Because yes, they did break on me. Not fun. Especially since I didn't have the pattern anymore, but someone in the group willingly helped me because I said, I have it stitched, I need to fix this. And they said, okay, this is it's like 1 gold, 2 something, 1 this, 2 that. It's that kind of pattern, but she's beautiful. So that is why I do not have that pattern to show. Throw her over there so she's safe and out of the way. Rose Arbor, out of print. The Queen Mermaid I have kitted. I think I muted, you know what, I think I have her started too, now I think about it. Queen of Peace, out of print. July Amethyst Fairy. Yes, this should be February Amethyst Fairy, and I have a daughter born in February, so yes, it does matter to me, and I have a daughter born in July, so yes, it does matter to me. There was some kind of miscommunication when this pattern was submitted, and hence the name was messed up. To my knowledge, Nora is not planning on fixing it. So she's talked about this. This is probably the question she gets asked most often. I've had the pleasure of meeting Nora a couple times, and she was asked that question multiple times. So July Amethyst Fairy. Lady of the Flag is started. I will be stitching on her in 2022, my Patriotic stitching year. She's out of print. This one is Queen of Freedom. She is also out of print. I will also be stitching on her in 2022. So I'm going to set her aside. This is Angel of the New Dawn. She's out of print. Woodland Fairy. Maiden of the Season 1, out of print. I've seen all 4 of these seasons on one piece of fabric stitched all together, and it's just beautiful. It's huge, but it's beautiful. And again, the picture doesn't do them justice. Shimmering Mermaid. Carrying Wings, out of print. Again, I need to turn the page. Maids of the Season 2, out of print. Butterfly Fairy, out of print. I do not like the fabric she's stitched on in this picture at all, but she herself is beautiful. Emerald Mermaid, Royal Holiday, aka Queen of Christmas or Christmas Queen. Lily of the Woods, definitely reminds me of a Shakespearean fairy. Feather Fairy, she is started, so I'm not showing her Enchanted Mermaid. Lady of the Mist is stitched. She is upstairs on my wall. She is beautiful. Large pattern, but she is absolutely beautiful. November, Topaz Fairy, Venetian Opulence. And here she is. I do not have a frame for her. She was started in January 1st, 2015. She was my New Year, New Start, and she was finished last year in 2020. And yes, this is full coverage down here, which is really where I slowed down. But the colors are absolutely amazing. I used all the called for colors, all the called for embellishments. And I just have to find a frame for her now. Whoops. So, Venetian Opulence. Circle of Friends. Mediterranean Mermaid. I have seen her stitched and displayed in 3 different ways. I think I would display her this way, personally. January Garnet Fairy. This is one I think I'm going to change to ruby reds for my youngest daughter, because at some point I want to stitch these for my daughters. I have 3 daughters. I stitch things for my sons too. Peony Garden. Lady Alexandra. And someone shared a color conversion where she was red dress and black accent. Yeah, I don't like the gold, at least not in this picture. You know, the real colors in real life always look so different. August Peridot Fairy. My eldest daughter's birthday is in August, so... And she really loves the wings on this one. I'm also stitching... there she is. I'm stitching Cassiopeia for her too. Siren and Shipwreck. Somebody named Mary is stitching, or she stitched this and shared her color conversion, and the tail and everything was golds and oranges and just, I mean, the pattern is beautiful as is, but she took it to a whole new level. Bianca Bella. Cassiopeia, she is also started. She started for my eldest daughter, so I don't have her over here at the moment. Let's see, At the Mat. This one I wasn't too impressed with, and then I saw people sharing their progress on it. Again, the picture doesn't do it justice, and I haven't decided if I'd like to change the skin tone like the Crafty Curator did, or do what the Evergreen Needle did and made her an Egyptian goddess. Christmas in London is started. Moonflowers is started. Florentina is started. The Raven Queen is started. Garden Party is started. Gypsy Queen. And again, I've collected these over the years, not like yesterday. Snow Queen is kitted. I'm not quite sure why I haven't started her yet. I've had her kitted a long time. I think her size intimidates me. Aphrodite Mermaid is started. Rapunzel. My last name begins with an R, so it works. Blossom Goddess. This one I'm going to change colors. I do have something in mind, and when I work on her, then I will share that with you guys. Portrait of Veronica. Green is my favorite color. I do not like the fabric she stitched on, which is 32 count star sapphire linen. I think she'd be pretty on a purplish fabric, and I'll show you why in a minute. Miss Christmas Eve. Andromeda. So sorry, Terry, that your Andromeda got damaged. That is so disheartening when that happens. Renaissance Mermaid is started. Lady of Mystery is started. Sun Goddess. Changing to the last page. Muka. When I saw the countenance on this one, at first I thought, no, this is not me. But her countenance reminds me of a lovely lady named Barb that I used to work with years ago. And Letitia said she'd help me with skin tone because Barbara's skin tone was much darker than mine. And I could not do the things of hair sticking out the side, just do the main hair, because Barb always had her hair cut very short around her head. But something about her countenance just reminds me of Barb so much. So what I'm thinking is just kind of doing an oval kind of cameo type of stitching and in honor of Barb, but her cheeks wouldn't be as pink. But beyond that, there's just something about her that spoke to me, and I said, this is Barb. And Barb was a really, really wonderful lady to work with. December, Blue Topaz Fairy. Oh, I'm sorry. That was March Aquamarine Fairy. March Aquamarine Fairy. Lady Justice. I don't often purchase the embellishments, but I did for this one. Zelda. Oh, I didn't. I should show this one first. Red. I have red. She is fully stitched. The reason I don't have the pattern is I'm restitching her in blues. Lovely lady named Beverly shared her color conversion, and I had Staples reverse the pattern, which also reverses all the symbols, and I'm restitching her in blues, so this one will face that way, the blue will face that way. This is on the call for linen. I liked it on this piece. Beautiful piece. So let's talk Zelda now, shall we? I'm not a huge pink person, but I love this. This is my favorite part of the pattern. So when I saw this pattern, I changed her to violet. My eldest daughter is a Hodgkin's lymphoma survivor, and violet is the ribbon color. And I had this beautiful green piece of fabric. And since my understanding is Zelda kind of is a complementary pattern to Portrait of Veronica, have Portrait of Veronica on a purple with her green dress, and this is the purple dress with the green background. This is my color conversion. It is on video number 114, and I walk you through exactly what I used where, in case you would like to do this colorway. I didn't change anything on the pattern physically. I didn't adapt anything, but I did show everything that I used. And in this black area, I used silk lame, so it has a wee bit of sparkle down there. But yeah, I go through it on video 114. This fabric, by the way, is 32 count Thornhaven, hand dyed by Stephanie. So Zelda December Blue Topaz. Winter Love. Cathedral Wood Goddess. Garden Prelude. I used to play violin, so when I saw this, like, yeah, add to cart. And Queen Bee is kitted up. Starlet is kitted up. Mermaid Perfume. Oh no, this isn't Mermaid Perfume. This is Lilith of Labrador. I'm sorry. And Princess Eliana. And I showed Mermaid Perfume in my last video. So I will come back with my Nora collection that's under the Nora Corbett name. But I hope... I probably enabled a few of you. You made that comment on my last video. But it's kind of fun to go through and get these in order, and yeah. So I will talk to you soon. Love to you all. Bye.